shimmering light. Rest my head on my pillowcase again. Talk me through one more night. Pull my sheets over my head and plug me in. Go live, I'm telling myself it's just 5 more minutes. I'm feeling my eyes getting heavy again, but we won't sleep, no we won't sleep. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, internal deja vu. Cause with the audio visual, it's something additional. I hear and see your point of view. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me waiting for you. I'm gravitating towards you. You can hit me up anytime you want. Cause every minute, every second with you is another minute, another night you get me through. I'll stay with you until the dawn. Go live, I'm telling myself it's just 5 more minutes. I'm feeling my eyes getting heavy again, but we won't sleep, no we won't sleep. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, internal deja vu. Cause with the audio visual, it's something additional. I hear and see your point of view. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Say I'll stay awake and watch these restless nights turn into days. So say you'll stay up too. We know we're overdue for some shut-eye. Instead I surrender all my sleep to you. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, internal deja vu. Cause with the audio visual, it's something additional. I hear and see your point of view. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. I'll stay up for you. Lost in shimmering light. Rest my head on my pillowcase again. Talk me through one more night. Pull my sheets over my head and plug me in. Go live, I'm telling myself it's just 5 more minutes. I'm feeling my eyes getting heavy again, but we won't sleep, no we won't sleep. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, internal deja vu. Cause with the audio visual, it's something additional. I hear and see your point of view. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me waiting for you. I'm gravitating towards you. You can hit me up anytime you want. Cause every minute, every second with you is another minute, another night you get me through. I'll stay with you until the dawn. Go live, I'm telling myself it's just 5 more minutes. I'm feeling my eyes getting heavy again, but we won't we won't sleep. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, internal deja vu. Cause with the audio visual, it's something additional. I hear and see your point of.
Okay, is this working? Perfect. We're gonna do this early. We're like a minute early, but I have to go help my family with something. So I'm gonna go get the music started. Awesome, we're gonna let the music run. Hello, Rogue. I recognize your name. No, I recognize it. Anyways, hello, Coop. I'm gonna go with Cub, because that's the first thing I can see. You're welcome to let me know if you want to change that. Feel free to. Please do, actually. I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna go into, just chatting. And then I'm going to quickly make a source. How are you both doing? It's always nice to see you. BRB. Then we're going to... Nope. Courier new. And do bold italic. Awesome. I can just put it there. Sweet. This looks like it's supposed to be there. I'm a genius. Alright. Both of you take care. I will be back shortly. Oh my gosh, hello, Neko. Why are you here? It's like really late for you. You're usually gone like an hour ago. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're hugging bed right now. Thank you so much again. I'm doing okay. I just had to go and help my family out with something. And Sugar, welcome in. Hi, nice to see you. I just got back upstairs. Yes, how are you? I appreciate that so much. You are incredible. Thank you so much, Neko. Ooh, appreciate that. Yeah, I just made a quick BRB so that I could do it on here, so I didn't start stream and immediately leave on a BRB back screen. But now we can hide that. And hello, how is everybody doing? Let's go back over to mainstream. I guess over to mainstream. We haven't been over there yet. Who's excited? We got another... well, I guess I could say that in a second. Alright. Jewel is here. Everybody say hello to Jewel. Okay. So, as the tree decays around me, hello everybody. I am Minz the Mailbox, and this is connection point number 202. If you saw last stream, music's really loud. I think it was loud at the beginning last time too, but that was just a funny coincidence. So, if you saw last stream, if you saw last stream, on, what day is it? It's Friday. If you saw last stream on Monday, you would know that we basically spent the entire stream harvesting mangrove. And you know what we're gonna do today? Spend the entire stream harvesting mangrove. We need so much mangrove wood. We basically need to take out this entire forest because we need too much of it. Just a ridiculous amount of it. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'll try and think of some topics we can talk about while we're doing that. So yeah. This is this is what we have. So far we've collected that looks like roughly around 14 and a half stacks, I want to say. Yeah, we've collected about 14 and a half stacks, and our goal is to have 2 shulker boxes. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the Nether Hub project is going to take a lot of mangrove. And because we collected almost enough for one stack, we collected about a shulker last time, and it only got us through like a tunnel and a half. So I want to make sure this time that we're really trying. Raven, hi! Hello everybody, say hi to Raven. This is my beloved. Sugar, you're the absolute best. It's always nice to see you. How are you doing? And Kiri's here. Hi! I love Kiri so much. I will say, let me tell you, there is one thing I will forever be happy about, and it is that my friends like watching me. I kid you not, there is no better feeling than having someone you know come into your stream. It is the best feeling in the world. It's like, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know royalty was here today. I'm just playing silly block game. It is so wonderful to have you all here. How are you doing today? What kind of vibes are we going? What kind of vibes are we thinking? And also, I hope your art goes well, Kiri. I am, as always, excited to see what you make because your art, I could literally eat it all day. It is delectable. It is perfect. It is incredible. Your art is, like, beautiful. I know so many talented artists, it is kind of a crime. Like, hello, you are all incredible people and incredible artists. Pretty please, can I eat you? Thank you very much. I did. I saw, or you were asking, but I saw that there was a new Stardew update that just dropped. Apparently the creator just like dropped it randomly, and it was incredible. And because very specifically, wait, gonna eat me. I know what you are. I know what you are. I'm looking right at you. I see you. I know what you are. We all know. Everybody knows. We got you. You are in fact being perceived right now. But that's okay. We can be a little fruity here. Remember, fruits and vegetables are a good part of any balanced breakfast. are a part of any good balanced diet. You need a little fruit in your life. Weird, a lot of fur. Too bad, so sad. I'm gonna bite you anyways. You're gonna get eaten anyways. Too bad. I'm just gonna like lock onto your shoulder and just go numb. That's it. But yeah, two of my friends had a stream that just said yesterday that they were gonna make mayonnaise, and I was like, "This is incredible! You can just drink buckets of mayonnaise now." I mean, what else could you want in Stardew? I should play Stardew. And the thing is, I actually have the game. I played it once with Static about a year or two ago. And I just haven't touched it again, mostly because I forgot about it. But I feel like I would have perfect... I feel like I should. I feel like Stardew could 100% fit the vibes we have going on. Also, can't you romance the NPCs? Isn't that a thing you can do? I hardly touched it. It's... yes. I'm waiting for Kata's stream to start together. Oh, that's gonna be so cute! Okay, real talk. You and Kata are just an incredible duo. I love both of you. You are both really cool and awesome. You're awesome by yourselves. You're awesome together. Like, I always love just being like, oh hey look, they're collabing again. It's really sweet. Roommate who is a shadow boy. Okay, I'm not saying I should play Stardew purely so that I can find the prettiest lady and romance. I'm just saying that if it happens, don't be surprised. But yeah, you and Echo, so we started a farm then. I think you're onto something. I think you got the right idea. Very many ladies start to live out them cottagecore dreams. I like it. Oh, oops, I went down way too fast. Out of guard. Well, honestly, Echo, I feel very lucky that I met you. Like, and I don't want you to forget that. I remember that you are special. And I know you know that. And I know that you have a lot of good friends. I'm very happy you do. But just in case, I appreciate you. And unfortunately, I just realized I've goofed up. I won't tell you what though, because if I tell you, you will immediately notice. Okay, so we're doing pretty well so far in terms of log collecting. You're so sweet. Honestly, I try to be, at the end of the day, somebody who values others. And myself, of course. I try to value people. Especially the people close to me. Because there are a lot of people in my life that are just, that I've either been close to or am close with. People that genuinely have changed my life just by being there. And I want people to know that. I want to know that, like, no matter what happens, like, no matter if the world ended tomorrow, I want the people that I'm close with to know that they meant something. Even just to me. Because, I mean, everybody should, right? Everybody should have the ability to know that they are cared for by somebody. And I will stand by that. Everybody should have the ability to have a friend, a partner, a close relationship, a familial, whatever it is that feels the best for you, you deserve it. Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot over the past couple of years. Is that when I first started, as like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people do, they call themselves a cozy streamer, a comfy streamer, like a chill streamer. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for a long time, I was like, man, that's not very original. Or I think I went with like a comfy chill streamer, I think is what I had in mind when I started. But then, when I did my debut, I really sat down and figured out what I wanted my vibes to be. And if I remember correctly, I went with something like cozy, cat girl, gamer, and artist. As just like, if there were 4 things I wanted to be known by, it was that I am an artist, I try to have good vibes, cozy vibes, I am a cat girl, and I play games. If I wanted to be defined by something, it was going to be those. That was how I structured my debut, is because I sat down with Jade. Jade was around and just watched, and I was like, okay, who am I? How do I want to structure what I do? And those were what I came up with. A 3 stream streak. That's incredible, Rogue. That is awesome. Keep up the awesome work. That is so cool. And that is what I went with. And the interesting thing that I've seen a couple times now, but especially like within the last few days, just because I do peruse Twitter every couple days, is that you just see there are some terrible examples of people who, I don't know, it's a mix, right? Like, there are bad people everywhere. There are people who will lie and cheat and manipulate, like, everywhere. Oh yeah, a little bit more of a interesting description here. So yeah, just know we're getting a little bit serious with this one. But there are people who will lie and cheat and manipulate everywhere. That's nothing new. And there's really an interesting mix that you get to when it's like, okay, there are some people who put on like a sarcastic, I forget what the words are called, like combative and rude persona. And you're like, oh yeah, it's funny because it's a persona. It's not real. But then it is real. And it's not great. Then, however, you also get people who do the whole, oh yeah, I'm a chill streamer, I'm a comfy streamer, I'm a cozy streamer kind of. They try to have like the chill, cozy vibes. And then you find out they've done the craziest, like most horrendous, and they've said the worst things you've ever heard anybody say, and you're like, how? It really is just a full spectrum. And so I think about that a lot. Like, are there any other ways that I can define myself beyond those things? Because not that those people should define how the categories are seen, but also there is some point to it. You know, how do you differentiate yourself in a crowd of people who are saying the same thing? And how do you continue going in the middle of bad actors? Because there will always be bad actors. That is what they do. They act. And eventually they do it badly. But yeah, interesting thing being somebody who isn't particularly loud or charismatic or has any crazy like special thing that I could leech off on. I think about it a lot. Also, that 53 stream streak on Prince's streams, that is incredible. I would probably be close by if I hadn't missed that one stream. Which actually, yeah. But yeah, I missed a stream like maybe a month or two ago. Actually, wait, now, holy cow, how long ago was it? Maybe back in January. And I got up to 35. Or I was at 34 or 35, and I was about to hit the next one, and then I missed the stream. Because it was a short stream. And now I don't actually know. I think I'm back up to like 11 or 12. I'll get there. I'll climb the ranks once more. But yeah, it is something interesting where just like being on the internet with, I'm at 17 right now. I can be higher, but I EB too long. You and me both. What is the, oh gosh, what is that one thing where it's like, God knew I'd be too strong, so he made me Ibu. It's something like that. I love. Yeah, it's like the gods were making me, and they were like, "Whoa, there, this one, she's gonna be too powerful," and so they were like, ADHD. Quick, she's too powerful. What are we gonna do? Mental illness. Neurodivergence. That'll stop her. Like the like evil doctor finger wagged like the no. I try to be nice, but I know I've said some not great stuff before when I was younger, and I try to be better for the people around me. If someone points out where I fucked up, I want to share that I'm willing to change. Oh yeah, streamer swear? Whoa, no way. See, that was actually one of the reasons I wanted to go 16 plus. Not that I do it often, but if I had the opportunity, or if an opportunity arose, or a need came up for it, I can, and that's why I do it. But no, that's very true. The thing is, the thing I think a lot of people either don't realize or don't talk about is that being young, as a kid, as a teenager, you are like a giant sponge, and not always for the best reasons. A lot of cases of people being younger involve some terrible things. Even if they knew it was bad, a lot of people get that from family, or from relatives, or from friends, or from groups, or from the internet. Let me tell you, the internet in its early days, I wasn't on there, but I have heard some things. It messes people up, especially kids. It's the best thing you can do. And I think the best thing anybody can do is own up to what you said, admit that it was wrong, and just don't do it again. That is just, in general, just the best thing to do. Just say, yeah, this was a terrible thing. I don't expect the people I hurt to forgive me. But I am going to change from this. I'm going to grow from it and never do it again. I'm going to prove that I am a better person now than I was. Because that is not something I'm proud of, and that is not something I wish to be who I am. And that is okay. You know, in the cases where you're saying it genuinely, and I won't go into that whole spiel. Sometimes people do that disingenuinely, and those are the worst people. Or like, you can tell from the way they write things that they're not serious about it. There's a whole thing you can go into. Was that a small part was from Grandma and the rest was from those right-wing YouTubers who were the cis-white dudes, and there were two people from those folks that have also changed, but a lot haven't, and I can't fathom how they didn't. A lot of them, honestly, probably genuinely believe they're right. That's the thing that we have to be careful about too, is that even if you know vaguely that you are on the best side or the right side, you always need to watch yourself. Because the moment you get complacent in that I am on the right side, it can become I am right. And while that may not seem like a terrible thing in the moment, suddenly it's, oh, I have the right opinion, I have the correct opinion, and you don't. And that is what you need to watch out for. And that's what I think a lot of people get stuck in. Is that, like, honestly, I think their fears may come from genuine places. May come from misunderstandings, or fear, or confusion, or any number of things, right? But then, you find people who are like you, who share the same worries and fears and goals that you do, and suddenly there's a place for you. And suddenly you feel like anybody who's not that is trying to attack you. And now suddenly you have to defend your opinions, defend your worries, defend your fears, because those people are going to make it come true. It's a very slippery slope that anybody can fall into. Because that's the thing, right? We're all people. At the end of the day, we're all capable of falling deeper than we ever thought we could. And it does not take a lot. And that is why you have to be careful. Because it's very easy to think, right? Even just for a moment that, you know, us versus them. They're not like me. They don't have the correct opinions. But then, aren't they thinking the same thing? And what's stopping you from doing that as well? At some point in their lives, they weren't in that position. None of us were as we are now. They had to get there, just like every single one of us. Their life took them down a path. A path that maybe they chose, maybe they didn't. And now they are here. At the end of the day, we're all, like, anybody could be one step away from a slippery slope, and we just have no idea. There is not really an us versus them. It is... I don't even know how to word it. It's just trying to find the best way forward and trying to dispel genuine, like, misinformation. If something is fact, stand by it. But also, look out for other perspectives, understand how people got to their positions, and if they're willing to listen, let them. I feel like a lot of people get caught up in echo chambers on whatever side you're on. I feel like it is so easy just get caught up in your own little world. One, because I don't think humans are necessarily, pre-programmed to have any idea what to do with the concept of the 8 other billion organisms like you being a step away and at your fingertips. I don't think our brains are meant to handle that. But also, you naturally just find things that you like and you stay with them. Because it's what you agree with, it's what you enjoy, it's what is like you. That's why it's good to, look at different sources and make sure that that your information is correct and is at least fact-checked and supported by different people, and that you check on who those people are supporting. Because again, it may not feel like it to you, but any of us could be on the wrong side of an argument. In fact, lots of us do end up on wrong sides of the arguments. Just usually they're not as severe or as political. They're just normal, everyday things. How easy is it to hear one thing, think it's true, and then suddenly you're defending a wrong opinion against others, and now you're in that position like they were? It's very easy to fall into it. And while some people just, you know, you can't help, right? There are some people who will just do nothing but hurt you and have malice in their hearts, and there's nothing you can do about that. We can at least understand how they got there and how to prevent that. How to make sure that as we teach the next generation, or just educate the people around us, that we don't ourselves become the worst part of ourselves, not them. Of course, that also doesn't mean that if somebody's just flat out being sexist or being a bigot or being racist that you shouldn't call them out for it. 100%. Those are things that you should call out. There are lots of cases mixed in with that where you should 100% not let people say things and not let them get away with saying blatantly awful things. Because if you intend to hurt somebody else on something that is a part of them, you're terrible. You're just not a great person. And I don't want to hear it. I will not allow that to happen. Not here. It's one of the most interesting things, right? That people will be like, you can't be that gender, or you can't be that sex, or identify like that. I won't use your pronouns, or I won't believe you. I don't think you're bi, or gay, or trans, or non-binary. Gosh, holy cow. So many people don't like non-binary for some reason. Like, it is a little frustrating. Come on, guys. One of the things we're always talking about as people, right, is that we want to live, we want to live our best lives, and we want to have freedoms and stuff. But the moment somebody's like, oh yeah, this is how my freedom looks like, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa there. I don't understand that. And instead of understanding that, I'm going to be mean and rude and harass you for it. The thing I think is scary is that the more I look into it, and I say look into it very vaguely, because I haven't done any specific research myself, but the more I look around, the more I see that these concepts of men being in love with each other, women being in love with each other, positions of power being not straight, being not cis. It's been going on for like all of human history. It's happened for thousands of years. It is not a new concept. And yet, nobody seems to know about it. And that is kinda whack and kinda scary. Like, why isn't that information talked about more publicly? It's because people are making sure it doesn't get talked about. And the thing is, it's clearly been working. Because then all these people, a lot of people grow up and just don't hear about it and are suddenly like, well, it doesn't fit into the worldview that I was given by my family or by my guardians or by the world that I lived in, and I don't understand it. So I'm going to say it's not true. And that is how those people get there. Doesn't make what they say any less okay, it just kind of shows us how it happens. And it shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't. It sucks that it does. And it is honestly scary that it does to such a large degree. Because it really shouldn't. Like, honestly, LGBT history should be taught in schools. It should be taught to kids. Nobody gets hurt, and nobody is negatively affected knowing that we are not the first generation to learn about this stuff. We are far from it. We are the latest generation to learn about it. And more people need to know that. Because if you grow up learning about this stuff and hearing about it, it's not scary to you. Then you have time to understand it and ask questions about it and get a feel for it and really understand how it came to be and how people are different from you. You know, one moment. Because it doesn't benefit the people hired, because community brings people together to stand for each other and less like take people's shit. Exactly. That's just, yeah. The government is an interesting entity that is not great lots of the time. They do some really sketchy shit, like, constantly. Like, not to, bring any, like, genuine worries or fear into this, but, like, have any of you seen the Project 2025 stuff? It's bad. And I'm pretty sure it only goes into effect if Trump gets elected, but, anyways. If you don't know, I'd recommend looking it up if you're in the US. It's not great. It's stuff people should know about. The luxury age kid. It's funny, it's sad because it's true. You would think, right, especially in the US, where a lot of people, where like the minimum age, right, the minimum age to work or to be the president is 35. I believe it is 35. There's also a few other things, like you have to be a citizen of the United States and, all other kinds of stuff. But the minimum age is 35. Why then are our two candidates like 70 and 80 years old, if not 90? Like, they are old. Very, very old. Older than a person running a country should be. No, yeah, there's all kinds of great things. Yeah, I don't personally talk much about politics myself, just because it's a lot of just terrible stuff that happens there, and you're just like, wow, like, it is good to continue to have hope and strive for a better future. Put your voting where it matters. Vote where it's necessary. Vote as much as you can to show your support for actually good, for policies that are good and help people and don't take away people's rights, women's rights, trans rights, indigenous rights. Holy cow, there's so many rights that they're just trying to take away. The government tries to take away a lot of rights here. Which is kind of why I just don't talk about it. One, because I don't talk about it often, but two, it's just like, man, can we go like 2 days where we're not trying to take away some group of people's rights? that we've already tried and have successfully taken away their rights, their liberty, their homes, their history, their family, their cultures, their values. Like, come on, guys, come on. We can not tear apart the world for one moment, okay? Yeah, there's also I'm really curious because there's also an independent person running, and you know, knowing the US, they will not win, but you know, maybe there will be a stronger majority this year that will just vote independent instead of either of the two, because honestly, I mean, it's unlikely. It's very, very unlikely. Independent has never run one. And yeah, that's sad, but you know, maybe one day. I think the year that an independent candidate wins the U.S. election, I feel like the country will just explode. Like, like not in a bad way. Maybe in a bad way. But like, it's going to, the shift that needs to happen for it to happen will basically hear group. Can't hear group being loud. I return to the Lord. What? Like your group? Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay, I get it. Okay. You're gonna go lurk so you can be with group. That makes sense. But I feel like the shift that needs to happen for an independent candidate. Oh, I see. To win? Honestly, now that I think about it, it wouldn't be crazy. Because what would need to happen is that enough voters would just have to not vote Democratic or Republican. Which would mean they would have to be, like, if you split it 30 ways, if you split it 3 ways, they would have to get, like, over 30%. If the others were 30 or something like that, it would be interesting to see it happen. I would really like to see it happen. Even if we just got it for one set of 4 years, it would be incredible. It would, I mean, I'm pretty sure it would completely shift and alter the entire US political landscape. So, you know, there's that. Maybe that's what we need. Let me tell you, people in power right now, not making a lot of great decisions. There are some good people making good decisions, but they are few and far between, and I wish there was more. There's Australian politics are pretty similar, so we usually follow after America. For all the positives here, we can never escape the shitty government, even on the other side of the world. Yeah, the annoying thing about the world being as it is that America has so much global influence that if it doesn't like something, it can change it. And it doesn't matter if it's a good decision or a bad decision, it will just happen. And there's not enough, like, proper media literacy and media education in the world, especially in the US, to actually have everybody, or at least a majority of people, understand what's going on and what they're actually doing. feel like so much of the government is run off of fear. And like, yeah, I mean, fear is a strong emotion, and like it has its place in a lot of stuff. Like the stuff with Palestine, of course we should be afraid of that. That is just an actual genocide that we should be trying to stop and avoid. And it's awful and terrible, and we should not be allowing it to happen. And we should be speaking up about the horrors that Israel is putting them through for no other reason than to basically kill every single Palestinian. Like, that is something that should be talked about with fear, because that is scary. Although I guess not talking about it with fear is kind of, you gotta understand your own biases, right? Because I'm just now thinking, right, it's like, if I'm trying to say, well, when they talk with fear, it's not good, but when I talk with fear, it is. And that is something we want to avoid. We want to recognize, call it out. There are times when fear is needed. And if I don't allow that for people, and for other people who I don't agree with, then I am just like everybody else who doesn't agree with me and wants to see terrible things happen to people. But there is a genuine concern behind it. So maybe it's that fear should be used in an educated public. And maybe, I think we just need, one, we need to educate people better. Two, we need to stop hating on people who did nothing wrong. The really sad thing is that being born, just like wherever you are, whoever you are, basically comes as it is now with a set of either setbacks or advantages. And it shouldn't be like that. It's really sad to know that, like, the people, like, my past generations, like, so many of our past generations did things to people that no human should ever experience or live through. And some of our ancestors, if not a lot of our ancestors, did horrible, horrible things. And people are still paying the price for it today. And I don't like that. I don't like that our ancestors, at least some of ours, have basically irreversibly changed people's lives and cultures and values and histories forever, just because we wanted to get more labor. We wanted to force people to be less than human. I don't like that. I hate that. Nobody's less than human. Unless, of course, they do something that proves that they have given up their humanity. If somebody has given up their humanity and done things to other people, you shouldn't remorse them with them being human, because you have proven that a human life is not worth enough to you. A human life is not worth what a human life is worth to you. It's worth less. It's interesting. On some level, I was thinking about this the other day, right? On some level, we are all equal in a way that we're all people, and we should recognize that. But also, we're not. We're not all equal. We have, like, intense and deeply ingrained differences that should be recognized, talked about, and celebrated. The fact that so many people are different is a good thing. It is incredible. It's like the stupid like universal language, right? Like, sure, it helps if there's a language that most people can talk, but like, it's an awesome thing that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of languages across the world. It is a good thing that people all across the world have different cultures and histories and values, you know, their own belief system, their own prayers, their own, you know, their own ways of living, their own ways of community, of sharing, of naming, of, you know, with, you know, their own bond with nature, their own way of life, their own way of being. Like, we should celebrate that and actually remember that and uplift those voices. The world is better when it's not one single strand of color. It's better when it is a rainbow, when it is a spectrum. And that should be remembered. Holy cow, we've gathered a lot of wood. We should be doing what we can to say, there are different voices than mine, and we should love that. You know, you don't always have to agree on everything. You don't always have to be like, I understand that person. But you can empathize. You can try and understand. You can make an effort where it's okay to showcase, or not showcase, to preserve and to experience and to show that there is more than one way to live life. There are thousands, there are billions of ways to live life. And the more cultures and the more freedom and the more expression we choose to give ourselves to do that with, the better we become as people, as a society. And I was afraid to talk about that for a long time. There's a difference with fear from what I see. There's actual fear and then there's manufactured fear. The latter is used a lot for propaganda to dehumanize the actual victim to make it seem a threat when they really aren't. That is very true. Propaganda, everybody, is a real and scary thing. Whether it is for a good cause or a bad cause, usually propaganda is not good. It hides itself and the facts in fear, the manufactured fear that Sugar's talking about. It says, this is something you should be afraid of. Be afraid of it. If you don't want it, and you don't want to be afraid of it, get rid of it. That's not right. That's not good. It's used to say, here's a subject you probably don't know a lot about. We're gonna tell you what it's about and leave out maybe some important details, but the general vibe of it, exterminate. You know, we don't want you here. We don't want anything to do with you. That's what kills people. You make people see that other people are different, and then you make them hate those differences. And that is how people die. Not always by killing, not always directly by killing, but by making people afraid. Making people afraid is the biggest reason why we're here now. Because it's so easy, right? You set up a government, or you set up a system where you don't teach people that they're different. You teach people to be the same, to conform. That there are no differences, and if there are, they're bad. And then you just let them roam free. Because then all of a sudden, those people grow up, and maybe they see differences in themselves, maybe they see differences in other people, and they're like, that's bad. And so they do things. They write laws. They talk to other people. They get them involved in it. And now suddenly, all you had to do was set up a few systems, and now there is a whole world that hates people who aren't your definition of normal. That's literally how it happened with male and female, right? We set up a system where people were only recognized by the chromosomes of their sex, or by the vague estimation of what their gender should be based on their sexual organs, and said there is nothing else that it can be besides one or the other. That's it. There are two boxes, and you will put yourself in one of the two boxes, and it will not change ever. And then all they had to do was just let those people carry on believing that. Just live their lives believing that that is true, because that is what they were taught. And that is what their parents knew, and that is what their grandparents knew, and that's what their ancestors knew. And now suddenly you're hating on people who are non-binary. Suddenly you're hating on people who are intersex, who are transgender, who are not the norm. Because suddenly they don't fit. It doesn't matter if they've been here the whole time. Suddenly you've built a box that they don't fit in. And people don't like that. And now they're going to get hurt because of it. And that is scary. And I don't like that. And that's why it's so good to speak up about the situation, about what people are really hearing, about what the laws are really saying, about what is really being taught. Because it prevents that from happening as much as you can. A government is a thing way bigger than one person, and it's not something one person by themselves can defeat with, or can compete with. But a group of people, country, that's something. That is something much bigger. That's why it's so important to speak up, to vote, to read laws, to understand your candidates, to research and understand your own opinions, other people's opinions, have empathy, but stand your ground. Understand, but don't push over. Be yourself, but let others be them too. you don't have to understand everything to let someone live. I actually filled up my entire inventory with mangrove. This is ridiculous. Holy cow. I actually can't pick up any more mangrove right now. Oh my gosh. I have so much mangrove. I've been going nuts on the mangrove collection. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should definitely talk more during these streams. That's so much mangrove. Okay, throw out the leaves. I've been popping off, holy cow. But somebody is not asleep. But no, I definitely think I will have to collect more, and I'm not really afraid of that. I'm pretty confident in that I'm going to collect these 2 shulkers, see how the mangrove forest is doing, and probably what I'm going to do is build a automatic mangrove farm. One, because I want to build more automatic tree farms. I've never built one. I think I built an automatic oak farm, but it was like a semi-manual farm. I want to build a fully automatic mangrove farm. Because, one, this gives me a perfect opportunity to, and you know. So yes, gender is a social construct. It is so true. Gender is a thing that, I mean, yes, it is a construct, but it's also something you can't necessarily hide from. It's deeply ingrained in us as people, and in our culture and stuff. So it's not something you can necessarily avoid, but that doesn't mean you can't understand it. Gender is not related to your sex. You are allowed to be who you are, with your own identity, your own pronouns, your own sex, your own romantic, and live your life the way you want to, as long as it is not a detriment to other people, and like a real detriment to other people. Not like, oh no, I have to hear about you, so you're hurting me. No, that's stupid. As long as you are not hurting other people by living your life, other people should not care. Like the NC. So basically there's a, from what I know, it is should not be used as a tool to attack or hurt, but to understand better a person. Exactly. Like, and that's the other stupid thing too, right? People are always, the people who talk about gender like it isn't a construct, like it isn't something we completely made up and assigned to our sexes, right? And then, you know, basically promoted it to the entire world like that. People talk about gender and especially identity as if it's like a bad thing. Do you know how cool it is to find out somebody is a different gender, is a different identity, likes a different group of people, has a specific taste in games or movies or video games, or they like to have their relationships in a specific way that is not like you? Do you know how incredible it is to find people who aren't like yourself? It's awesome! I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that everybody will not be me, and everybody will not be you. And that's incredible. Why aren't we celebrating that? We should celebrate that the person that is like a good friend of yours, or a person you want, or a person you look up to, is a different gender, a different identity, a different culture, a different race. We should love that. We should support that. Why aren't we? Because people were told and people were ingrained with the idea from a young age that people shouldn't be different. Whether it was the let's all be equal and ignore our differences, and if you don't, we're gonna do terrible stuff to you, or it was, you know, just actual sexism, racism, xenophobia, the list goes on, you know, bigotry, you know, just all the fun ones, you know, just make it real fun for people. Let's spice up our lives. Let's make it like 1,000 times more difficult. You know, why shouldn't women get to be themselves and have autonomy over their body? Why shouldn't men be allowed to express themselves and live healthier, happier lives? Why can't anybody be the supporter, be a familial, be a motherly role? Why does it matter who's who or who's what? We should be loving the fact that we have these conversations in the first place. People can have a relationship that is completely different from yours, and you can still love it, and you can still be supportive of it, because it's not everything has to be you. Just like I don't have to be everybody. I don't have to understand and be everything everybody else is. To say that the things around me and the people around me are beautiful. Jewel is laying on my spacebar. It is incredible that we live in such a diverse world. And we should be in love with that. We shouldn't be trying to erase it. We shouldn't be trying to kill people and hurt people and enslave people and erase people. We should just be trying to love that we're all different. Accommodate it, support it, celebrate it. Be it if you are. Isn't that the best thing you can do? I'm not gonna hug bed for her friend releases the water gun. I will pull out the water gun. I'm gonna look directly at you. Okay, off topic, when you said that you can be whatever you want, all I can think about is that one Bayonetta of yours. She's like, I want to be a witch, and you get flashed by bright light. Exactly. Be silly, be goofy. You could definitely call today's stream, if you wanted it, political, but honestly, I think it's more of like just establishing how I feel. You know, this is my community. Those are the views I support. I support people being different. I support people being themselves. And I will not allow people to hurt others because of who they are. And you can do whatever you want, but you will not have that answer changed from me. I am an ally, and I will stand up in support for what I believe is right. And if something I do is wrong, call me out on it. Tell me it's wrong. Show me why. And inform me. if I don't inform myself. I will make mistakes. We will all make mistakes. And that is something you have to be okay with. You can't expect yourself to be perfect, because as people, we are not perfect. We will make mistakes in the past, in the present, in the future, of things nobody should do, or things you regret. And that is okay. As long as you are willing to change and grow from it, then you're infinitely better than people who don't. Because there are lots of people who don't try and change and grow from their past mistakes. Because maybe they don't even realize they're mistakes at all. But it still hurts people all the same, and so they should be called out on it. They should be informed, and if they don't listen, block, remove, and make sure they can't hurt you and hurt the people that they are trying to. You can have empathy. You can figure out how a person got to this position. You can understand how it happened. But that doesn't mean you also can't be firm in your resolution and make sure that some people deserve punishment, deserve some form of just either you stepping away or them being removed so that they can't hurt others. Because some people, a lot of people will hurt others. And that's not something you can just ignore. It's not something that should be ignored. Understand, but be firm. Know that you should do what is right for you and for the people around you and for the people whose lives you are affecting. And if something needs to change about that, change it. Be the one who is willing to take the step forward and say, I was wrong, I will do better, and do better. Also, thank you, Rogue, for the stretch, the Hydra, and the normal stretch. Because we will make mistakes, and we will do things that are wrong, and as long as we are willing to say that, and as long as we are willing to admit it and change our behavior, then there's hope. And I believe that. Because it's the people who aren't willing to change, and aren't willing to listen, and aren't willing to understand that have got us here. So I'm going to finish off this tree, and then I'm going to do the stretch, the hydrate, and then have everybody join in on the stretch. Or I guess I can just do 2 stretches together now that I think about it. Hi, Juju. Oh yeah, Jules also been here the whole time. She's been like really calm and has just been laying here, and as usually she's like laying on the keys, but she's just been happy to be here. Also, we are collecting mangrove like crazy today. We might actually have all of the wood we need by the end of stream today. Which is ridiculous, because we definitely did not last time. That's so cute. Oh yeah, honestly, I love Jules so much. One of her favorite things to do, and she does this like, I kid you not, this is a daily thing. If she doesn't do it, it's very rare. But she either lays on my bed, lays in one of her boxes in my room, or while I'm at my computer, which is a lot of the time, I spend a lot of time on my computer, she likes to sometimes come up and lay next to my computer. Or next to my keyboard. Because I have a desktop underneath my desk, but also a keyboard and a monitor up here. So since I'm sitting there using my mouse and my keyboard, she likes to just sit in the space between my keyboard and me, which is the empty space on my desk, and just lay there. It makes it hard to do things sometimes, but it is so cute, and I love her so much for it. So yeah, PSA, feel free to clip this if you want. Don't be a bigot. Don't be racist. Don't be sexist. Don't judge people for their pronouns, for their sex, their identity, their race, their culture, their past, their history. As long as they are somebody who is willing to change, somebody you trust, and somebody who is just trying their best and not hurting other people, it should not matter who they are unless you want to support them. And then by all means, talk about it, engage with it, support it, uplift it, celebrate it. But don't demonize it. And if you do, you will be banned, and I will not allow it here. Just that simple. There you go. I've learned a lot over the past few years, and I've met a lot of people from all over the place. I have friends all over the world. I have watched people all over the world. There's no reason to be a terrible person because somebody wants to live their life and be their truest form of themselves. I will not allow it. And if you do allow it, get out. I don't want you here. My community is my space, is a space I have curated of people that I trust, that are my friends, or close people, and people that enjoy what I do. And if you enjoy what I do, and don't support people living their lives with full autonomy and freedom for who they are, and their own bodies, I don't want you here. Get out. Everybody is different, and erasing those differences makes the world a less beautiful place. So yeah, don't be mean, be nice, try to understand other people, and don't be awful. There you go. I know, it's so hard. I'm gonna do that hydrate now. Thank you, Rogue, again for all of those reviews. Alright, I'm going to do my stretches. If anybody else wants to stand up and stretch with me, this is also a stretch with mittens, so if you'd like to stand up and stretch with me, feel free to. You tell them. I want to make sure I keep that clear. I myself am part of the spectrum. I am very openly trans femme, lesbian, ace, polyamorous. Like, everything about me. I say everything. There is a large, huge chunk of my life that a lot of people would say is wrong and doesn't exist and has never existed and is any number of stupid things. But hey, if you believe that and you're not willing to change your opinion about it and actually learn about how people live like that, and live as themselves, then just leave. Just go find other people. If it's not something that you agree with, just don't watch it. Heck, block me if you need to. I'll block you back. It's not something I want here. It's not something I support or encourage. And I will not stand by and pretend like it is. I'm old enough to know that I don't know everything. But I'm also young enough to know who I am and who the people around me are. And I won't stand for that. I want to uplift people. I want to support people. I want people to live beautiful, amazing lives as themselves. This community is very queer, and I am all the more happier because of it. And it shouldn't be any other way. I should definitely do more during Pride Month this year. Usually I do like my dedicated Pride Month stream for Connection Point, but I wonder if there's more I can do. Although, to be fair, I believe, yeah, obviously February is Black History Month. I believe, gosh, when is Indigenous... Is it Indigenous Peoples Month? Or was that just the day? Heritage Month is in November. I swear there was one that was March. I know that there's one in March, and that's what's going on right now. Obviously, we're near the end of it now, but yeah, just let people be people. But don't let them be me. Let people be themselves, but don't let them spread hate. Alright, and if you're still standing and still stretching, take a deep breath in and down. We can sit down now. In a way, also... Oh, you're so right. International Women's Day was March 8th. That's right. I wonder if that's what I was thinking of. But in a way, also, to continue my conversation, I feel like it also is something that I should talk about and should be open about. Stream chat is so delayed. Really? Is stream being dumb? Do I have to smack it? I wonder why stream is so delayed. We haven't had any big problems, honestly. Honestly, it's kind of a miracle we haven't had any problems, because usually we do when I go past my normal hours. Yeah, wow, that really was delayed, holy cow. Yeah, stream usually isn't this delayed. You know, I would try refreshing. Yeah, that was a good 30 seconds. I mean, try pausing and unpausing, see if that does anything. I would refresh, but that would end stream. Yeah, here, I'll continue my talk afterwards. Alright, stream. I don't know what you're doing, but we're gonna battle it in a brawl. You and me, we're gonna brawl. I'm gonna battle stream. I guess we're gonna battle for top dog, top cat. Queen of streams. I thought it was my internet. Wow, okay, so if it's two of you, it is probably me. Then why is it doing that? Come on, internet. What's going on? Yeah, you too. Try refreshing the page, see if that does anything. Like, I'm hoping maybe it just lagged you guys behind a bit. And maybe it got past it. I'm not sure. We haven't had one of these problems in a while. Will too. Love it. You know what? I think the bees are... Oh, no, there's... I should wait until all the bees are in there so I can pick them up. No, I liked Will 2 better. Will 2 was great. Rar. Nice rar. I like it. There you go. That should be a good bounce point for time point. Timestamp. Good timestamp for when I saw it. It's better, not too crazy. Okay, that's good. I wonder if stream just started lagging for a moment and sent everybody like really behind. I would not be surprised. Still delayed. Oh, okay. I know there's usually like a few seconds delay. If I remember correctly from like years ago, from like 2022 when I started setting this stuff up again, I know that there's a little bit of delay between messages and, you know, actually playing on the screen. But I think it's only supposed to be a few seconds, if not like around 10 or so, maybe 15, maybe 20. How long is it usually when you're on stream? Yeah, actually, question to everybody who's chilling in stream, whether you're lurking or not. Feel free to pop in to the conversation. For you guys, how long is stream delay usually from when you send a message to actually hearing me respond to it, or I guess seeing it pop up in your chat? A few seconds? Okay, that is that I was kind of thinking the same thing. That's kind of how I thought it was usually, so glad we could confirm that. What I expected was like Australia. Makes sense. You are farther away, so internet has to take a little bit longer. So what is it like now? Or yeah, how crazy is it compared to your usual, I should say? Look how many lines there are across the place. All the trees we've taken down. I'm like, oh, okay. Had to let Finn out, sir. That's nuts. Is it the same for you, Sugar? Are you also getting it really badly? I wonder if it really is just that I've been going on for so long and the internet's just gotten worse, or maybe today's just a bad day. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, that sucks, honestly. I apologize. I wish it wasn't so bad for you guys. I do hope it either clears itself up or gets itself fixed in some way. Twitch just be twitching. Realest statement I've ever heard. But hopefully that fixes itself. But yeah, as I was kind of talking about earlier, I do feel like I have at least some sort of obligation to talk about it, to stand and uplift other voices as much as I can, because I am white, very, very white, and even if it wasn't directly my ancestors or any of my previous generations that did the horrible things that happened, I still was inevitably born with advantages in life that other people do not get. And I want to change that. And even if I can't, I want to make sure that other people at least know I want them to. I want to at least try. You know, there's all those arguments online where it's like, yeah, well, I didn't do them. Yeah, you didn't. Most people wouldn't. Or you would hope most people wouldn't now. But that doesn't mean that it's not a very real thing that affects people all the time. Being white is a completely different life than being anything else, and that's sad. So if I can do anything, I want to uplift those voices. I want you to go watch other streams, to go follow other creators, to make sure that you're following people not only to hear different perspectives, to get more, to get better educated, to learn different perspectives, to know more people, but to also just expand what you know. Show that life is just varied and different, and it should be celebrated. And for a long time I wasn't vocal about that because I didn't know, you know, even despite being a very, very small creator, I worry a lot about like what other people will say. But that's not something I worry about, at least for this kind of stuff, because if somebody disagrees with me, they're disagreeing with basic human rights and basic quality of life, of you know, equality, of autonomy, things that I don't want you here if you disagree with. So remove them and go on. And if they try to do something terrible, oh boy, you got a storm coming. because at least I am willing to be open about my mistakes, about my misdeeds, about the things that I am not proud of. I am willing to talk about it, I'm willing to share, and I'm willing to let people know that you shouldn't idolize me as a streamer, you shouldn't idolize me as a person, and you don't know me unless you are my friends. Unless you know me, you don't. You may know things about my life and things I support and things that I enjoy, but you do not know me. And that's good. It would kind of break our brains if we knew everything about everyone. But also, it's something to be very, very mindful of. Parasocial relationships are a huge thing. It's not something you can necessarily avoid anymore, but it is something you can be mindful of. It is something that I try to be very mindful of myself. Because the thing is, right, I love seeing people come in my chat, especially people I recognize. I love seeing the people that, like, have been around here and I know enjoy what I do and just, like, are just awesome fun to have around. Of course, I love you guys being here. But I do not know you, and you do not know me. We share the same space for a time. I host, you watch, and we definitely shared some amount of the moment together. But that's a portion of me as a whole. Just like, hopefully, you wouldn't tell a streamer everything about your life. A streamer is not going to tell you everything about theirs. And you know, probably for the best. Let's be honest. And even if they did, you're not their friend, you're not a close companion, you're not a familial member, you're not a partner. Unless you know them on a deep, intrinsic level and trust them, like, you know, a friend or a relationship, any kind of relationship, you do not know that person. You can think that person's cool, you can enjoy what they do, and you can want to support and uplift them. But you do not know them. And it is... Oh, I stripped that log and now I can't pick it up. I haven't stripped a mangrove log this whole time. I'm just gonna... Yeah, like, I know Kiri. I know Kiri. I know Raven. I know Jade. I know Pinku. I know Skelly. I know Neko and Kata a little bit. They are my friends. I know Bunny. I know Sarlo. I know... Let's see. I know Puzzle. I know Retrace. I know Kane. I know Tessu. They are my friends. They are people I know. They are people I trust. But I don't know Sugar. I don't know Noodle or Rogue or... Holy cow, I'm trying to think. Or like Sene or Ice or just any other regular in here. I can enjoy your presence and you can enjoy mine, and don't get me wrong, I'm always happy you're here. I enjoy recognizing you and sharing the space. But we don't know each other. And if at some point we do, and like, just for some random thing, we hit it up, like, let's be honest, that's how I did with Kane, right? I got lucky, and I enjoyed what he did, and just made friends, and we just had a great time. And now we're friends. I'm very lucky that I am. But it shouldn't be something you just expect to happen. Is, like, we don't know each other on a personal level. And that's okay. It's totally okay to enjoy someone's content and not feel like you have to become a part of their life, or that you have to be in it. You can just enjoy what they do and enjoy supporting them, and that's okay. Just like I wouldn't come over and be like, yeah, I know Sugar personally, or I know Doodle personally. I don't. We live completely different lives, and our interactions are almost always because of something I'm doing. I mean, that is kind of the whole point of being here, right? You all have come here because you enjoy what I do. I'm very thankful for that. But don't forget, always be mindful that you can totally watch someone support someone and be like, just enjoy their presence. But unless you know them personally, be careful with what you say. Make sure you're not just like revealing personal information or, venting to them or anything. Just like follow their rules. Be cool, be chill, be respectful. Everybody will have different ways of doing it, and that is okay. Like all of you here, you're cool. Honestly, I love the community that I've built. From the bottom of my heart, I feel so lucky, if that's a good word. I feel so humbled by the fact that the people I've gathered here over the last few years, over the last 3 years, to become my chat are some of the coolest people ever. Like, some of you are artists, some of you are gamers, some of you are college kids, some of you are high school, some of you are just all different kinds of things, and that's awesome. I love that I get the chance to have a community as diverse as I am, as the people I know are. That's awesome. I feel very, very happy that we have built something that is really special to me. Not only because this is something I want to do, and this is something I love doing, but because, well, one, you enjoy watching me do it, and you enjoy being there for it, but also, you at least vaguely understand what I'm doing, and you like it. So, thank you. Thank you really from the bottom of my heart, especially to the people I know who have just been like, and we're just gonna support her anyways. You are the realest ones ever. I would not be where I am if I didn't have such amazing friends. And sure, by myself, I could have gotten pretty far. Don't get me wrong. I do not want to devalue the work that I've done and put in to get where I am today. Because it's work, and it took a lot out of me. But I also know that I could not have, and do not have wanted to, do it alone. And I have appreciated your company since the very beginning. So yeah, for my friends out there, for the people that I know, thank you. You have changed my life. And you being here today, or being here ever, is a gift in my eyes. I fell out of the tree. We got an epic community guide here, like a solar system says you. Looks at the fan art channel, stares, as if you don't have some of the coolest fan art out there. I'm sorry, who made it into the Hollow Knight number 20 thumbnail? Because your art was that mwah, chef's kiss delectable? Cooley's been like my best friend for what, going on 3 years now? If not 3 years? Yeah, you. Stairs. I know what you are. I see you. How many logs we got? Holy cow. We're only 6 stacks away. Genuinely, we're only 6 stacks away. If we do that, we're done. That's all we need. Do I want to speedrun that right now? It is getting quite late for me. Unfortunately, this is pretty amazing that we've gotten this much like this. I'm not like too great at holding conversation stuff. I love to just sit and listen. Making shit is just my love language for the people I care about. So like art is one of the ways I like to show people I care about them. Sorry. So like art is one of the ways I like to show people I care about them. I love that. I love you. You know what? You're great. You are... Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I said this to somebody else or in chat, but one of the ways I try to show people, one of the ways I try to live is by showing people that I value them. And you, I value you a lot. I think Raven's still lurking, but like, hey Raven, if you're listening, or maybe like after stream, if you're just watching this back, you are like everything. Raven is one of the most important people in my life. And it would take, like, heaven and earth to change that. Raven is listening. Hi, Raven. OMG, hi. Oh my god, hi. You know what? I'm in your screen. You can barely see what my face is made up of. I threw my axe. I need that. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit to it. We're gonna speed run these last 6 stacks, so we can go home with 2 shulker boxes of mangrove wood. I'm not going home until it's done. I'm not going home until it's done. Mega, we love Raven here, and now that you have Sona, I'm gonna make you some. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, I love Raven's Sona. Just like I guess not Raven's first one, but the one that she's been using for a few years is incredible. And especially the one that they just recently made. Holy cow, like, I love it. It's so awesome. It's so you. And it's so cool. Uh-oh, cool person alert. Same. See, we're thinking on the same brainwave. Look, I don't know, man. I know what I like, and it's you. Raven really just said, let me be the coolest person ever, and then just actually decided to do it. Like, okay, save some of the coolness for the rest of us, pretty please. I do love this group of cow and sheep that have just been watching me slowly tear apart the mangrove forest. Oh my gosh, that's right. Kiri, you've made 2 emotes for me. I totally was like, I knew you had made the animated emote, but I totally forgot you made the crying one too. Speaking of, I absolutely adore the crying emote you made. It is one of my favorites to use. It is so pretty. You did a great job on it. To be fair though, I also really like the dancing one, the animated one. Having an animated emote of Willow is like, I think younger me would actually just vibrate, combust, turn into a bomb, and explode. I think younger me would actually lose my mind that I have an animated emote. Not less the fact that I have a whole set of emotes that are literally based off of me. Like, that is I have never felt so happy to have just like emotes I can use, and I do it again. Bap bap, I'm staring at you. I know what you are. See, all of you may think it's a joke, but clearly you don't live in constant fear of Chad gamers that are also artists. You never know what they're gonna do. You always gotta stay on your toes. You are not safe from an artist. You never know what's gonna happen. I would know. I'm an artist. One does not simply remain safe in the presence of an artist. The moment somebody learns how to wield their pen, it's so Joker. Scary being. I love that we're saying that genuinely. I love that we are saying that like so truthfully, while both of us have drawn something in the last like week. We're like, man, artists are scary. You can't trust them. And then we are just talking in the mirror. We're just like, man, if only I could trust artists. Artists are scary. Looking ourselves in the mirror. Fear July, annual art fight month. Holy cow. You know what? Traditional artists fear October. There is nothing like the fear of knowing that you are going to take 3 years to recover from a complete Inktober month. I would know. I've tried Inktober a few times a couple of years ago, and I just It was so over for me. It was so over. July is the art fight month, and October is the Inktober month. If you do both of them, you're crazy, insane, and should be looked at as a god. Just you should be. Anybody who makes like anybody that makes more than, you know, 0 artworks a year is a god, honestly. Art is hard. Art is a skill that is not easy to learn, but it is so much fun once you get it. It's so much fun to see your work pay off. I'll say that. Seeing your work pay off is probably one of the best feelings ever. Alright, we're gonna speed run our way up to 6 stacks. We're at 4. We're at 4. We're so close. We're actually almost there. This is crazy. And it's not gonna take me that long. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be able to get back home today. We're actually gonna be able to return the treehouse. I'm almost back. I'm back. No, sorry. I'm almost back. I'm making my silly little guys with my little brain-wormy guys' faces and names. I made like one brain-wormy guy, and her name was Willow. And then it was just me. And I was just like, wow, I made myself. And then we coexisted, and it was awesome. Although that's also a lie. I've also made like Callie and a few others. So like, though to be fair though, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They are all cat girls. It is kind of my signature thing now. I can do anything with the power of hands. That is an interesting way of phrasing that, and I will not elaborate. Wait. No. Now you're getting it. You know, I don't know, man. I can do anything with the power of my hands is truly the statement of all time. I will be writing that one down and remembering it. Raven, do we have a quotes channel? Or do we have, I know we have a stream moment, you know, maybe we can put quotes in like stream moments channels. Or I guess we could just make a quotes channel if we don't have one. I can't actually remember if we do. Creature, no, you're my silly little creature, and I will quote you, because let me tell you, in our group chat. You true. That is true. Pretty please, Blaze Q, Elliot, you could you write that down in the group chat? Thank you. For everybody who's watching and has no idea we're talking, Kiari, Raven, and I have a group chat, and I'm pretty sure I just asked Raven to quote it there, so I don't see a quotes though. Good to know. I should probably make one at some point. Thank you, Raven. You're the best. We're actually going to be able to do it. I don't actually know how much of the forest we've decompiled, but it's a lot of them. You see, Twitch did a funny thing where it actually didn't show the emote. I will be using this against you at a later date. I'm joking. I will purely use it as a way to be like, you know, remember when you said this? I don't. But it's pretty funny. And cool down a bit. There you go. See, Raven's got you covered. I like you can see all the places we've been. Like, look at all the leaf towers. Maybe that's what I should do. I should look at how many mangrove trees I've shot down to devour you all. I'd be down. Go on. Go ahead. Raven and I are literally in the same boat. Go on, you up. Nuh-uh. And I think with that, let's take out that. We literally need 4 more. Are we all here? Hello, everybody. Wake up call. Psst, psst, psst. Where's my keys? I'm gonna jingle the keys. Don't let everybody know. Everybody, if you're just lurking, a very big milestone has been reached. We've been here for 2 hours, and let me tell you, you know what we have? We have something very dumb, but also kind of impressive, and that is, yes. Look at this. After 2 streams, and honestly, like 3/4 of this was this stream, we have 2 shulker boxes. Shulker boxes. Like just 54 stacks of mangrove logs. In fact, statistics, items, mined. $5,000. We broke 5,000. I've also broken a lectern 4,900 times. I'm gonna be honest, not surprised by that. given how many times I was trading with the villagers. Look at that. That is so much. It's time to head home. It's time. It's actually time to head home. We got 2 shulker boxes of logs, and I have lost the portal. Where is the portal? I got too deep in the mangrove swag. I got too caught up in the grind. Where's the portal? Dost thou anyone know where the portal to the Nether is? Have I really traveled that far? Oh, I totally have. Wow. Okay. Look at how many lines there are over here. It's honestly kind of magical. Lecterns. Yeah, there's a lot of lecterns. Oh yeah, lag's probably really bad right now because I'm moving across like a lot of terrain. Gamers, we're going home. This was well earned. We earned this. Okay. Now we just need to figure out which way is back. It's this way. But I believe we came from somewhere up there, so I guess we just... Well, that was a waste of a rocket. Okay, mining. The kid was like, no, mining, bad idea. Don't mine. Mine, not good. It did not want me mining. Well, I have news for you. Okay. Why do I keep flying into spaces I cannot go through? Open spaces. Come on, me. Come on. What am I doing? I only have 3 rockets to get back, so I should really be careful about this. Also, the Nether is loading surprisingly well, honestly, for being like this. For being on stream. It usually doesn't load this nicely. Okay. We should be close. Any familiar sights here? Hmm? Okay, we should be like right here. No, like literally it should be right here. There's a... Okay, wait, there's something right there. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. We're free! Oh, I didn't go far enough. And this is my... Give me a moment.
I can just one-shot a ghast. Don't mind me. I am just too cool for school. At the entrance. It's here. We just have to go inside. Imagine if I just burned right there. That'd be sad. I thought I missed that. Holy cow, I thought I missed that. My heart just sank knowing I just basically cursed myself. But I kind of earned that, to be fair. I really decided to play with fate and be like, you know what? Let's see what happens. I definitely earned that. Home. All that mangrove collecting, we are home. And I mean, it looks so beautiful. I'm so proud of this tunnel. I'm still so happy with it. So before we end, I want to do one thing, just to truly show off what we've done in the last 2 streams. So this week, if I do a little bit of that, one stripped mangrove log, and then I just oh yeah, there's little hearts, and see, they change size whenever she blinks. That's just the way he drew it. Let me tell you, Kane is literally the coolest person ever, because I commissioned him for the PNG tuber last, I forget when I commissioned him, but I was like, yes, pretty please, I would like a new PNG tuber. And he was like, okay, bet. And then I became his friend, and it was very cool and epic. But just to really put in scale how much we have. This is how much mangrove we have collected. That is a screenshot. Somebody screenshot this. I want this to be screenshot. Like, this is ridiculous. This is so much. This is connection point. Like, if you had told me in 2021 that I would be 3 years later collecting a double chest of mangrove logs, which I wouldn't understand because mangrove logs didn't exist at that point, but like, if you had told me that in 2024 I would have collected a full double chest of of mangrove logs, I would think you're crazy, because this is connection point. It's 2021, I just started it. You're dumb. I would never collect that many blocks for anything. Clearly, I was wrong. I would be wrong, and that would be amazing, because like, this is all for the Nether Hub, and it's probably not even going to be enough. We're probably going to need to get more, but that is the last journey to the mangrove forest. After this, we are building an automatic mangrove farm, and we will see how it works. Oh yeah, I never did tell you how they work. Basically, it's like a TNT duper, or you just load up a thing with TNT. You grow the tree, it then blows up the tree, because TNT is 100% drop rate now. Or they changed that back in like 1.16 or maybe 1.14, where if a TNT block if you blow something up with TNT, it gives you 100% of the blocks back. So you blow it up, or you grow the trees, you collect the logs, you get the TNT to blow up the logs, it then drops all the logs, and then you collect them somewhere. And that is why they're so efficient. Because all you need is a lot of saplings and a lot of bone meal, and you're basically golden. That is ridiculous. I'm going to put the shulker boxes behind it so that when it comes time to transport them, I can actually transport them. I'm going to put the bed and the boats in here. The water can stay on me. I don't mind that. I'm gonna go empty out my inventory and... Oh yeah, of course, go ahead. Appreciate the ask. We have so many mangrove leaves. Look at the difference. That's how you know which ones we've been farming. But thank you for asking, I appreciate that. Let's see, mangrove roots. I think those actually go over here. But as you know, we are winding down, and that means that stream is coming to a close. And hey, honestly, I had a great time today. Thank you everybody for listening. It was a long talk. We talked about a lot of stuff that I find really important, and I hope you did too. My mangrove collection is all for a pretty nether hub, and that is kind of amazing. So with that, I'm going to go over to stream ending, and we are gonna find somebody to raid out to. I say we, I'm gonna find somebody for us to raid out to. Let's see, a lot of people streaming. Let's see, we rated Kane last stream. I think I rated Mavis
Did not
the
mean to do
stream
that.
before that. Oh, oops. Had the volume on. Let's see. No, you know what? Let's raid into Mavis. I enjoy Mavis's stuff. Oh my gosh! Oh, holy cow! I almost sent that in Mavis's chat. Woo! That was bad. Okay, I was like 2 letters away from sending raid in Mavis's chat. That could have been so bad. Whoa. Okay, so thank you everybody so much for watching. It has been a lovely stream today. We finished all of our mangrove wood collection. If we need more, we're gonna build farms for it. This should give us so much to work with in terms of progress. And I'm very happy. Thank you everybody for listening, for talking, for chatting. As always, it is always nice to see you. I have Min's the Mailbox, and I will see you next time.